The Akufo-Addo era was full of so much chaos and irregularities. So many of his appointees were accused of theft, stealing, corruption, diversion, embezzlement of state funds, willfully causing financial loss to the state. First, the case was Cecilia Dapa. It blew up. It was viral all over Ghana. People followed the case, but then it stopped. We don't know how it ended. This particular case has popped up, and it promises to be much bigger than the case of Cecilia Dapa. You see, this particular man, a former CEO of National Food and Buffer Stock Company, his name is Mr Abdul-Wahab, and then his wife, whose name is Faiza Seidu Wuni, are currently in trouble for causing a very big financial loss to the state. Between the period of 2017 to 2024, this particular guy over here, Abdul-Wahab Hanan, was appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company by the then President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So during this period, this particular man served as the CEO of Buffer Stock. If you don't know Buffer Stock is primarily responsible for the school feeding programs in Ghana. So senior high schools, the students, how they feed and all those things, it is the Buffer Stock that is responsible for ensuring that school feeding programs run smoothly. The thing is, during the previous government, there were so many irregularities among appointees of the government. Some of these irregularities included stealing, conspiracy to steal, fund diversion and fund embezzlement, willfully causing financial loss to the state, and corruption, among others. You see, when we start to count them in this particular video, we won't get to an end. Talk about the National Cathedral, the NSS boss scandal, talk about the cyber security or cyber whatever scandal with that man and his wife, talk about Cecilia Dapa's case, talk about Wuntumi's case. Like, we will talk and talk and talk and talk. Even the former finance minister is also being wanted by the EOCO, or is it a special prosecutor of Ghana? But this particular case is seemed to be popular in Ghana. Let's talk about it. You see, before the current president of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, entered into office as the president of Ghana, he promised the people of Ghana that he, as president of Ghana, would ensure that every single penny that was taken by the previous government appointees will be returned to the state. He would ensure that they are investigated, prosecuted, and then sentenced if possible, and also retrieve every single peswa as much as possible for the country. And when he came, he started Oral, and Oral have been doing their job. However, this particular case is being spearheaded by EOCO, the Attorney General, and Minister for Justice. You see, this case didn't start today. However, though it became very popular after a press conference which was made by the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, Dr Ayine. You see, the case started long ago. It was realized that when this particular man, Abdul-Wahab Hanan, left office, certain irregularities, very large amounts of monies were recorded missing. Like, it didn't go where they were supposed to go. The money was supposed to move this way straight to the feeding program. However, the CEO, when the money was moving, diverted it this way into his personal account and that of his wife. So the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr Ayine, realized all these irregularities. Guess what? This money is as much as 40 million Ghana cedis. I don't want to change it to dollars because you would faint. That is a very huge amount of money that have been allegedly stolen by this particular man and his wife. You see, when we are talking about this man and his wife, the money they stole allegedly stands at 40 million Ghana cedis. However, in a related figure, this particular man, the former CEO of Buffer Stock, Abdul-Wahab Hanan, in collaboration with two other people who are Bismarck Owusu-Boakye and then Richard Sam Asante, in collaboration, these three people came together, and then the figure that they diverted from the account of Buffer Stock goes as high as 78.3 million Ghana cedis. I don't want to change it to dollars. You would faint. That is a very huge amount of money that have been stolen by this particular people. So around 25th June 2025, the Office of Attorney General and Minister for Justice, in collaboration with the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, collaborated and then made a search, an investigation which led to the arrest of this particular man, Abdul-Wahab Hanan, and his wife, Faiza Seidu Wuni, in Tamale and Accra, So they arrested them and then they were under the custody of police. This man and his wife were very clever. They were very wise. They were very smart. You see, allegedly, it is said that they did not directly steal the money from the account of buffer stock. They didn't just pick it and put it inside their pocket. They created several enterprises amounting to about 7 enterprises, according to Dr. Ayine, the Attorney General and the Minister for Justice. They created about 7 enterprises and then were siphoning or laundering all this money through these 7 enterprises into their personal accounts. Now, the most surprising thing here is that, you see, when police officers on the road take bribe from drivers and road users, we support them by saying that, oh, their salary is not good, the government is not paying them well, that's why they are taking all these bribes from drivers and all those things. But let me tell you something. You see, this particular man, this particular former CEO Abdul-Wahab Hanan and his wife, they were well paid. This man was receiving 28,000 Ghana cedi as salary every month for being the CEO. You see, and there were other, let me say, allowances. There will be allowances, and if you add it to it, you see how high it will go. He was receiving 28,000 Ghana cedi as salary, and his wife, Faiza Seidu Wuni, wasn't working at buffer stock, neither was she working anywhere. She was simply a housewife. And just because the husband was the CEO of National Food and Buffer Stock Company, known popularly as Buffer Stock, the wife was receiving a monthly salary of 5,000 Ghana cedis. Just because she was the wife of a CEO, she was receiving 5,000 Ghana cedis. And the husband wasn't CEO of a private company, a national company, like a state-owned company. The wife was receiving 5,000 Ghana cedi for being a housewife to this particular man. Yet they went ahead to allegedly steal this amount of money. Now let's go on. You will get shocked as we go on. In a press conference which was held by Dr. Ayine, the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, on 22nd October 2025, the Minister of Justice revealed that this particular man, Abdul-Wahab Hanan, during his tenure as CEO of Buffer Stock between 2017 and 2019, transferred a very huge amount of 5.5 million from the account of Buffer Stock to an enterprise known as Aludiba, one of his enterprises that he was using to launder the money, in a bank account which belonged to the Republic Bank and then Absa Bank. You see, further, you see, I told you that this particular couple, this man and his wife, has enterprises that they were using to launder this money. Some of the enterprises included the Aludiba enterprise, the Alkani enterprise, the Sortina enterprise, the Fahauza enterprise, and Chain Homes Ghana Limited. You see, I have attached, you see, that's where the monies they were transfer from Sortina to Abdul Hanad, transfer from Sortina to Alkani, transfer from Sortina to Fahauza, transfer from this to that. These were all the amounts of monies they were transferring, laundering, making it look as if it wasn't going, like it was going to an enterprise that was something. Meanwhile, it was going to their direct pockets. Allegedly, I don't want trouble. So if you sum up all this money, it amounts to 40 point something million Ghana cedis, and this couple took them all for themselves. And then in collaboration with 2 other people, the Richard Sam Asante and then the other guy Boachi Owusu, this particular man in collaboration with them also stole an amount allegedly amounting higher to about 7.8 million Ghana, 78.3 million Ghana cedi, actually, not 7.8. You see, so this man took all this money. Let me tell you about his assets. He has luxury homes. His wife, according to people, the bag that his wife is using alone, like it can, the money the wife uses to buy clothes and bag alone can build a house, allegedly. So in a press conference that was held by Dr. Ayine, the Minister for Justice and Attorney General of Ghana, he revealed that this couple, after taking all this large amounts of money from the coffers of Buffer Stock, from taking Ghana's money, these are the following properties they used the money in buying. Like they bought a lot of properties. Let me count them for you. The properties acquired by this couple from the proceeds of the crime they committed to we Ghanaians include a 5-bedroom house at Chain Homes which cost about $1.6 million. So not Ghana cedis. They also have a 3-bedroom at cantonments which cost about $600,000. Dollars, so not Ghana cedis. They also have a plot of land at airport development which cost about $750,000. Again, dollars, not Ghana cedis. So you can see the amount of money they were fetching from the coffers of Buffer Store. We are not done. No. When you go to Tamale in an area known as Gumani, this couple have a hotel, like a very luxury boutique hotel over there, 17 rooms. That hotel has 17 rooms, and that hotel costs about $250,000, American dollars, Donald Trump's American dollars, not John Mahmoud's Ghana cedis. So these are some of the things, the monies and the amount. Okay, I'm not done. Some of the things they were using our money to buy, monies that were made to feed senior high school students and some basic school students. You know, these two people allegedly took them and were buying all this property. And in fact, I'm not done with the properties they bought. Like, I'm not done. Attorney General mentioned a lot of them. Let me continue. You see, they took our own money as Ghanaians and they used that same money to go and buy government lands. The audacity. They bought government land, about 0.32 acres of government land. Yes, they were taking our money to buy our own land. Government money to buy government land. Ghanaians money to buy Ghanaians land. That was what these two people were doing to us. These two couple allegedly took our money, bought our own land and made it theirs, their private property. See, they bought government land costing about 307,200 John Mahmoud's Ghana cedis. They also have a 4-bedroom bungalow at a very plush area in Accra known as Zolo. Now at Zolo, that 4-bedroom house costs about 1.4 million John Mahmoud. In fact, on Nkrumah's Ghana cedis. So these are some of the properties they own. Further properties are alleged that this woman, her bag, like the wife, her bag, the amount is called like several thousands of dollars, like, and all these monies were taken allegedly from the coffers of Buffer Store. So after doing all this, and then when he left office, it started investigating him, and then on 25th June 2025 he was arrested together with his wife and one other person, Atieku, who was also managing Buffer Stock in the northern part, Tamale. They were arrested. However, the wife was released initially on a bail of 30 million Ghana cedis. But this particular man, the former CEO Abdul-Wahab Hanan, according to reports, was held in the custody of the police for about 2 weeks before he was also granted a bail of 60 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. So presently they are released, though the case is still ongoing. Now they are being charged with stealing, conspiracy to steal, willfully causing financial loss to the state, using public office for profit, obtaining public properties by false statements, and then money laundering. So presently, this particular couple are involved in a very huge financial scandal and are being investigated by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, and then the Minister of Justice and the Office of Attorney General, Dr Ayine. And let me tell you what, this man and his wife and every other person who is involved in this large-scale financial scandal have denied the allegation. They are pleading not guilty. They have denied the allegation. They are saying all this isn't true. In fact, you can see in this particular picture, one man came out to say that Abdul-Wahab, this particular former CEO, was already rich. Like, they said he was already a rich person before Akufo-Addo even appointed him to come and occupy the office as the CEO of Buffer Stock. So all what they are saying is not true. The man was already rich. Well, investigation is still ongoing. Whatever it is, we would find out and actions would be taken. So presently, that is what I have for you. Next video, I would talk about the NSS boss, the woman who came out to say that he has so much love for the youth. However, he was taking the youth's money to be involved. It's okay. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You see, I'll be making videos such as this on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.